welcome to another live stream. Okay, so, I don't know if, I feel like this would be interesting to you guys, since we made a lot of these pieces, like, in the live streams and in the videos, so I was thinking today we would go over our second batch, that came back from the kiln, that I picked up yesterday. Yeah, we picked it up yesterday. So last Thursday we did go over the glazing results from batch 1, and this is batch 2. So we did a lot of glazing for like an entire week. So there's like a lot. There's a lot of stuff. And then I didn't drop anything off when we went to pick up. So I have a couple things I need to finish up. I have a bunch of stuff that I want to do underglaze on. So I'm kind of like, I need to like actually do that and then glaze those, and then we'll be all set. So, hopefully this is like, I don't know. I just did the same setup with my light. So we can check out, like, hopefully you can see, hopefully you can see, like, as much detail as you can see in real life, almost. This light is pretty bright. Okay, so we have, this is, like, I kind of like it. So what this is pink ice all over it. And then at the top, I did like maybe about like this much in a light flux from Mako. I think pink ice is Laguna, yeah. So we actually don't have a lot of like the actual pink coverage. You might see like these spots of white here that look a lot like the flux that happened. But that's actually just like what pink ice does. So it really carries through like the whole piece fairly nicely. I really thought this would be more pink. You can see where it pooled at the bottom. There's a bit more pink on that line. I kind of like it. It's not like my favorite. I wish there was more pink in it. I feel like the video is pretty good with showing like how much pink is there. It really is very subtle. It's a little peachy, like a peachy pink. You can see more on the inside. Got some beautiful drips on the inside. Yeah. So I don't know. The coverage is very nice. Actually the only flaw is down here. There's just like a little bit of a crack, but it's all like glazed over. Like I don't think it's gonna like fall off. So there's that little flaw, but otherwise like the coating is really even and pretty nice. Let's go with like, oh my gosh, this vase is really pretty. So this one is Nebula Blue. Yes, that is Laguna. I was just like trying to think. And then it has White Cloud over it, and White Cloud is by Georgie's. I kind of wish I would have glazed the bottom. There's definitely enough room to glaze the bottom, and I have no idea why I didn't do that. So Nebula Blue is like a lot of those purples and blues coming through, and then a lot of this kind of white and blue is what's happening with White Cloud. There's a little bit too much of a reflective sheen happening, but I don't know, hopefully like you can see a lot of those colors and details. The reflection is like a little too much, but like otherwise, I don't know if I didn't have my lamp here if you'd be able to see. And then I just did, yeah, I just did like white cloud on the inside. But yeah, the only thing, yeah, we have a little pinhole here, so that kind of stinks, but otherwise, I think it's really pretty. I haven't done this combination before. We did get, I'll actually bring it out. So this is actually the same combination. This is from batch 1. And this has the same 2 glazes, nebula blue on the bottom and then white cloud on the top. But you can see how much of a difference we have with it dripping down the sides, and then like how in the dish here we have it pooling. So that's like, it's pretty interesting. You can tell there are a lot of the same colors going on, but like allowing the white to flow down, you can really see the colors underneath it coming out a bit more than on here. So the one, I really like this one. Although I do really like it, I am pretty sure I will be putting those ones up in the shop. Let's see. I'll just show you my other favorite. I don't want to just go by my favorites, but this one is like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep this one for my personal collection. At least for now, until I like maybe put the combination on something else. We did a lot of kind of like experimenting. So we have a lot of different combinations in the batches that we're doing recently. So I'll have to like replicate them on some new stuff. So this one is Pacific Blue by Georgie's. And then that is under Satin White. Yes, also by Georgie's. I love how like it just like has such a beachy feel to it. Like, I don't know, like shoot, what's that called? Like when the wave rolls in and then it's like that, like, you know, like all of the white coming from like the waves splashing down, and it just kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of looks like that to me. And like, I don't know. Just kind of, or kind of just like that tropical beach kind of greenish blue. I think that's what it looks like. And like, I don't know, I just really like it. Unfortunately, we don't get quite as much on the inside. I'm pretty sure these are just 2 full coats, like inside and outside. Let me check. Okay, I brought my computer out here so I can actually check and tell you guys. Okay, so this is Pacific Blue. Let me see. Okay, now I'm not seeing it. Okay, but I know, okay, I'm so sure I know that this is that combination of glazes, because I know that the white satin breaks in this way. It makes all those bubbles whenever it's like over top another glaze, or at least when it's over top the glossy ones. I haven't used it over another matte, so I don't know what. I think 2 mattes would just equal a matte in the end. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. So this is my favorite one here. Yeah, this one's going in my personal collection just for now because I really like it. Hi, Robert. I am just showing off our second batch of fired pieces that I picked up yesterday from the kiln. Oh my god. just showing you guys like the combinations that we have from glazing for like an entire week. So this one I think is probably not super accurate, because this one should be let me see. This one is soft pink. I forgot who made that one. I would not recommend it though, because I don't know what is happening, but it is like I put 4 coats of soft pink on it with lilac matte over top of it, and I think for the most part you're seeing the lilac because the soft pink is just like not working out. Actually, here's like this one is my practice one. So this is a vase that we made a little while ago. I don't know if we did it on the live stream, but it cracked on the inside or something. So then I just used it as a tester to test out some of the weird glazes that I have. Like, they're not acting quite right. And it's very subtle, and it does not really have like a full coating on it, even though I did like, I really tried to like slather the glaze on this. My test tiles of 3 coats, it is just like super scratchy. Like, you can feel the clay body under it. So scratchy. So this one, I think I did either like 4 coats or just 3 really thick coats, and it's still not quite right. I think this vase in itself is okay because I don't see the crack anymore, and I just sanded the entire body of it, so it wasn't as bad as the test tile where it was super gritty, but it still wasn't quite right. So I don't know about the soft pink, but this one has a combination. I think most of what is on here is lilac, I think. I mean, you can see a little bit of the pink on here, but it's really subtle. So I'm not sure how much is actually happening on this one. But, yeah. I can't remember. I think soft pink is supposed to be matte. I'm pretty sure it is, because this is matte, and it did turn out like kind of like that. So this cup isn't too bad. I guess it does have a couple weird little glossy spots, so that's interesting. But overall, this combination isn't too bad. It's kind of weird. On the inside, it has a little bit of like a drip of a lot of that purple. That's pretty nice. I wish that was on the outside, but whatever, I guess. Yeah. What do I have over here? So, yeah, so, oh, okay, I was looking at this one, and I was like, is this lilac? Or, yeah, I was wondering if that one was the lilac matte, but actually, this is abalone. I just checked my notes. This is abalone, and I've been having, this is another one. This is the other little cracked pot that I got from a couple bisques ago. It cracked, and I kept them because I was like, I don't know. Could I use these for something? I'm such a, like, I have like low key like hoarder tendencies. So I like kept it, and I was like, maybe I can like, I don't know, do something with it, do some kind of like testing on it. And I was like, so I got the test towel back for abalone, and it does not look anything like this. And I was just like, I don't know. like, I was just like, I just need to try, like, maybe, like, doing 4 coats or maybe, like, 3 very thick coats on it to, like, see if that is helping. I really don't like how, like, this is really weird. Usually, like, I think if I showed this to somebody, they would think that this is underglaze because you can, like, see the brush strokes on it. You can see, like, the strokes going down, and just kind of, like, those kind of fine lines from a brush. And I feel like that's really weird to see in a glaze. I don't think glazes normally do it. Like, you can see the strokes going this way, and when I glaze these, I go horizontal and vertical between the layers, so I think that's really weird. Oh wait, oh my gosh, no, actually this is lilac matte. Actually, okay, so, oh my gosh, I'm like so messed up here. Okay, so this is the combination with soft pink under it. So I guess for the most part, the soft pink is showing through. So that's interesting. It has like, this one, even though it doesn't really look like it is fully coated, it actually is. It is very soft to the touch. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this glaze because on its own, like, if it actually had this full coverage of color, it would look really nice, but it doesn't. And I did another pot that looks like that has this on it, and it still had those brush strokes and stuff, even though I put a second glaze on top of it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really like a huge fan of those kind of things, of like the matte ones. So here's like a pretty one that we have. Let me see. Okay, I'm not really sure which ones these are. This one definitely has White Cloud on top of it. White Cloud will give you these very pretty, like, white, like, swooshes and stuff. I think this is, I want to say this is Pink Ice, but it's pretty similar to my peach. I don't think I did peach. No, I don't think, okay. Oh, wait. Okay, or wait. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure which one this one is. I want to say it's peach with White Cloud, but okay, now I'm not really sure. It does look very similar to the Pink Ice, but has so much less going on with the color. I'm sorry. I should like have a better idea. Like, I thought I had a better idea of like which ones these were. I did go over them yesterday. But now I am not entirely sure. Yeah. I'm trying to like, I don't know. I'm trying to like look at the notes, and I don't have 3 that have Pink Ice with the White Cloud, so I guess I'm not really sure which one this is. My notes might be wrong though, because I think this is peach with the White Cloud on top of it. But then I was like, I was trying to figure out what this one was, and I think that was my guess, was this one was peach with white cloud, and these look extremely different. I'm gonna set these aside and like take a closer look. It's actually really handy that I photographed them before like taking them to the kiln, but I didn't like photograph the individual like batches. I just took photos with the glaze names on them, so I definitely could have done better with that. So okay, this one is this one is textured turquoise and Pacific blue. I do know that for sure. I think Pacific blue is on top of this. I don't know. I'm just not really seeing like much in my notes. Okay, I know for sure that's what these two glazes are though. It is really pretty. It's really pretty. Like this one, I guess this is like a lot more green and this one's like more blue, but like these both have like such a like kind of oceany vibe. I guess like this one's kind of like I don't know, this one's like a white sand beach, and then this one's like, I don't know, in the seaweed or something. But I really like this one. I've had some issues trying to get the textured turquoise right. Like it changes colors quite a bit based off of like how thick it is. So I did like pretty thick coat of this one on here, and then it's thick coats are supposed to make it green. And then the Pacific blue is what is kind of dripping down here and giving it a little bit more of that teal look. And Pacific blue is a celadon, so it's like it has more of that transparent quality. It breaks over texture, so it's really avoiding some of these bumps from the pinch pot. But I think this one's really pretty. It's maybe not quite as light as I hoped. Some pictures of textured turquoise I've seen are more of a honeydew color, like a very light green. But I'm happy with this one. I'm really happy with this. It is a little bit like darker and more vibrant than the rest of the pieces that we have together in our latest batches, but I think it kind of works with those the kind of like ocean vibes that we're getting. So I hope you guys really like that one too. What do we have? We tried a different thing on this one. I don't know how I feel about this. It is, I don't know. I mean, I kind of like it. I think maybe like, I don't know, execution could have been better. I don't know what the heck happened here on the rim. It's very uneven, even though I put like wax resist on it. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Maybe I didn't put enough. This is the only one that looks like this though, so I think that's interesting. Anyway, this one's like, I tried to do, so this one is, let me see. I just want to like make sure that I'm telling you guys like the right one. Okay, I'm like not really sure about my notes. Like what the heck is happening here? No, it's not that one. I tried to like reorganize it by the batch So I don't know. I guess it's being kind of weird. No. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I'm so confused about like what the heck is with my notes. Mm, okay. I don't know why. I can't like find in my notes right now. Um, I am pretty sure that this one is like, mm, maybe like oatmeal or honey flux with it definitely has so oatmeal and honey flux are both Amico glazes, and then on the top of this is Georgie's white satin. So I definitely know that because of like I only have like I don't have very many satin glazes, but in certain areas here, it's kind of like breaking with kind of like an oatmeal-y look to it. And I know that's not the clay body. And then dotted is one of those. I think it's honey flux. I'm pretty sure it's the honey flux. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know which ones you guys like, or if you have any opinions about them. We did love just like experimenting and I don't know, just trying some different stuff to decorate these. I mean, I like it, but I guess I don't love it. I don't know. So, I don't know. Here's this one. It's not quite as creamy looking as on camera. It looks a little bit more white on camera, I think. But I kind of like it still. Let's see. Let's do this little pinch pot. So this one is white cloud, and I put pink ice on the rim, and then I did kind of like a squiggle. Like I applied the glaze in this kind of squiggle look. And I'm really glad that it did move like a little bit, because if it didn't move, it would be like really weird looking. Like it would be way too obvious that that's how I did that. But I think like that look turned out like really well. Like there are like different bits and stuff where it moved from where I placed it and just kind of like gave it a little bit more of like a natural like drip look. I don't know if I love this like color combination. There's a lot more like really nice drips happening on the outside. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. It's kind of like, I don't know. It has like kind of like coral vibes, maybe. It's kind of like a darker reddish pink coral, I think. Yeah. Well, I'm really happy with like the squiggle. I'd like to do that in more of them. I guess I'd have to do kind of like more testing like this to see which ones will actually move, and then some of them might not move too much when applied. So you kind of have to do some testing to see how your glazes react. But yeah, this one kind of like, it's interesting. I don't love like how the colors turned out. I really thought that the pink ice would have so much more pink in it, and it really just like fell to that bottom line. It just was like not as interesting. Here is an interesting one. Interesting in like how it turned out. So this one is White Cloud. I love White Cloud. It's like my favorite just because of how like subtle it is. So this is White Cloud, and I don't it's like maybe a little bit too bright, but it is dotted with mint spice. Like the dots are like about like this big. It is really hard to see. Not just because it's on camera, but it is really just, it's hard to see. I know it's there, but I think you like really have to like pick it up and look at it and be like, oh yeah, to like really see it. It is so subtle. I thought mint spice was gonna be a little bit more teal colored or green. And I wasn't sure when we did the video on Thursday which one was mint spice. And it's this one. This doesn't look anything like the test tile preview that you'll see by Laguna, like for like, you know, like when you're shopping for glazes, there's like that test tile preview of like what it is supposed to look like, and it's kind of supposed to be like this like green, blue, maybe like kind of like whitish or something, and I don't know what happened. I don't know. Some of the Laguna ones will tell you it's kind of maybe like more for cone 5 than cone 6. My studio fires to cone 6. So I don't know. I don't know if that is why it's turning out like this, but it's very, very like creamy. Like it just looks like you opened a bottle of cream and just poured it on here. And then if you look very closely, it has like undertones of like blue and purple. But so that's what this one was. I really had no idea what this was. Yeah. Anyway, so we have that cream kind of like dotted on here. And then just like over top of the dots, I put some light flux. And then it just like ran down. It actually, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of lucky that it you can see that it ran down, but it didn't like go down to the kiln shelf, which is nice. So I guess I'm not really sure how to feel about this one. It definitely isn't how I expected or wanted it to turn out, but it looks pretty still. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to do with it. Could put an overglaze on it and just, I don't know, I wonder if that would like kind of, if we did like a mother of pearl, if that would just kind of like hide that. I mean, it's not bad or anything, but I don't know. I guess it just looks like a little odd if you're looking at it. Or we could do some kind of like gold accenting. I don't know. I'm gonna look up some overglaze kind of inspiration. Here's a really pretty crystal glaze one that we have. So I really wanted to do one where it showed the crystals like on the inside, just because I'm kind of like scared of them running down the side. But yeah, I really like how this one turned out. They're very like yellowy. I mean, it's kind of like more of like a creamy yellow, or like a light, like a butter. It kind of looks like a light butter yellow. And it's, I don't know, it has like kind of like a weird contrast with like the blues and purples that are happening. But it looks like pretty nice. So this one is White Cloud, just on the outside, and then on the inside is Lavender Filigree. Actually, I haven't had it look quite this yellow, like this kind of yellow. So that's pretty interesting. The crystals are like, I love playing with the crystal ones. They're so fun. But you never know what you're going to get with them, like coating wise. But I don't know. They're always kind of like a fun surprise. Here is a very pretty little vase. So this one is Nebula Blue with lavender filigree at this top portion. You can maybe see how this ring around here is a little bit more purple, and that is kind of coming from the lavender filigree part. These are actually both crystal glazes, so it's really interesting to see like how they interacted together. There's a lot of like really pretty just kind of like falling bits that look kind of sparkly. It's kind of hard to like show them on the camera. And then at the bottom here where they drip down to, we have a couple of crystals there. But I think this is really pretty. It's a cute little vase, and I love like that this is like an aspect of lavender, or not lavender, the Nebula Blue, of like this kind of like sparkle look where the sparkles are kind of like falling. They're not actual sparkles, they're just like cream, but they're like against this like blue and like white, and they just kind of almost look like sparkles. But I think this is really cute. And then we have I think it was just the Nebula Blue on the inside, and we have a giant crystal on the inside there. And it's kind of hard to show it, but it's kind of like a yellowy crystal. Anyway, I love the Nebula Blue ones. They look really, I actually really prefer them how they drip down a pot, but I do have a couple of things in my shop right now where it has the Nebula Blue in these like tiny little like rain dishes where it has a bunch of the crystals on them. So those are really cool. Cool to see those. Here's a cute little like super duper tiny little vase we have. This one is this is Honey Flux. I'm trying to like see. I don't think my thing is like in order. I don't know why I'm struggling so much. I'm pretty sure this is Honey Flux. Yeah, this is Honey Flux on the bottom and then Nebula Blue on the top. And we were really getting a lot more like cream colors, especially on the bottom. We're almost getting like some reds in here. They're very subtle. We have a bit of red like puddling down at the bottom. But this one's really pretty. I haven't decided if I'm gonna put this one in the shop or not. I do really like it. It's so tiny. It is the tiniest little vase ever. I don't know, but this one's a cutie. I really like that combination, so we'll definitely be seeing more of that one. Let's do an underglaze. Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. Here is, I didn't do too much underglazing yet, but I knew I wanted to redo this little cup that I have in the, or not cup, but I have this little guy that I did earlier. We actually have a bit more, like a thicker coverage of that orange, but I really like this one. It's not so intense. They're quite different. Although this one over here it's kind of like streakier though. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this one's cute too. I wish it wasn't so streaky though. It still has a little bit of like that to it. I don't know. It's not like as bad. It's a cute little ring dish. Or I mean, if you want to put snacks on it, you could. It's really tiny. One issue that we're currently having is I'm not sure why, but we have quite a few bubbles happening. I'm pretty sure it is something to do with the clear glaze, and I don't really use the clear glaze on anything except for underglazed pieces. But most recently, in like this batch and the last batch, we're getting a lot of bubbling in it. It's kind of hard for me to get the camera to focus, but any of these dots that you see literally everywhere, you might think it's like, I don't know, like the camera's like grainy for some reason. No, those are bubbles everywhere. There's a lot over here, but I mean, they really are everywhere. I am not sure why. This one, if you look very closely, you can see them, but it's just not like this one is so much worse with the bubbles. I don't know what is going on. I'm asking some ceramic people, see what they think on Reddit, and maybe we'll get an answer. I did mention I have a bunch of pieces that I want to underglaze, so I don't know how long we're gonna have to put that off for until I can figure out like what is happening here. So that's like kind of unfortunate. I mean, it's not super bad, but I'm just not happy with it in that aspect. Same thing in, oh, actually, this one like cracked. I don't know what the heck. I don't know. I guess I didn't notice that earlier. I don't know. You have to hold it at a certain angle to see it. There's a little crack here. That really stinks. Anyway, this one was underglazed also and has a clear glaze over it. And there's a lot of the bubbles, especially pooling in this area, but they're all over. It's really hard to get my phone to like actually focus on them. It just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like my camera should be better than this, but yeah, any sort of like dotting that you see, those are all bubbles. So I don't know. It's just kind of like a letdown. They're even happening on the sides here. So it can't be the underglaze because there's no underglaze on the bottom. I don't know. So hopefully I can figure out something about that because that's very disappointing. I don't like that. All right, so we got some wins. So here is a bowl that I made. This is just white cloud. I told you guys, like, white cloud is my favorite. So I did this in white cloud, and I am thinking of doing some gold luster on it. Maybe like, I think maybe like dotted on the sides, something like that. It's kind of, I just love like the very subtle look of white cloud. It's, in certain areas you can kind of see, like, especially up here, some spots on the bottom here, it is like you can see through to the clay body, so it has that kind of cream color. It is white, but it also has like some pinks, purples, blues happening. I don't know if that's just like an optical like illusion or something happening, but that's what I see, like, when I have it, like, what I'm looking at, like, in person. I don't know if you can really see it in the video. But, yeah. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be, like, a personal one. I don't know. I just really like how it's turning out. We also have this was intended to be a dog bowl. I don't know if I don't like how some of the, I don't know, I didn't do like the best job with the wax resist. I'm not very happy about that. This is the same thing. This one is also white cloud. There's nothing else on it. And then I was also thinking of doing probably just like gold luster on this one too. It's kind of weird because it's so obviously like a dog bowl. I don't know. Okay, so if you've been following along, you may know that we made 2 of these. They're very identical in the whole size and shape thing. The way that I made them was like the same. These are made out of the wheel. But the other one down here along this point, it was cracking. So I was like, so when we bisqued it, and I was like, I don't know, like, if I can do anything about that. Definitely like putting glaze, like glazing a piece that has a crack, it's not gonna fix it. It's not gonna just go in the crack and like patch it up or like fix it. The crack is just gonna get bigger. I do know that. But something I recently remembered is you can use bisque fix. So you can definitely on bisque pieces, but I've seen like Amico's bisque fix you can use on greenware also. So I'm gonna buy some of that and then put it on the other bowl, and then actually maybe we'll have a set of 2. Maybe. Hopefully. I don't know, I just really want this set of 2. Also, like, what am I gonna do with just one? Like, it doesn't really look like a salad bowl. I mean, it could be, but like, we all know it's not. So, I don't know. I guess we'll just see after I get like the bisque fix and like when I try that. So here is one that is very similar to that favorite of mine with like a little Pacific blue on it, except this one is actually white cloud with the white satin on top of it. Both of those are Georgie's glazes. And I don't know, I just kind of wanted to check it out. It really, obviously there's not a ton going on here color-wise, but like, sometimes you don't just want color happening. Sometimes you just want like something that's neutral, but like has like kind of like a texture or maybe a shape going on to kind of fit a collection of items. Maybe like on your bookshelf or something at your desk, where like a bunch of colors is like maybe too much, but then you can kind of like add this in like, let me see. Oops. Kind of like this, like we have, like this is kind of like a cute little like set collection. Whereas like if they're all the same glaze, like that would be kind of boring, but we have like very, we're going from like a lot more color going to less color, and then obviously like no color, but then we have like this texture that still brings interest and it still brings something to the group. So that's kind of like the idea that I was thinking of. Kind of like on its own, it's maybe not so interesting. But I think like if you're pairing it with stuff like other decorations that you have, and that it can look really cute. This is perfect for air plants. So you can just stick a little air plant in here, and then you have, obviously like the green and white going together. Yeah. All right. So this is another white cloud one that I've done. It kind of looks like a little mountain when you tip it upside down. I really like this one. I like the white cloud. That's a Georgie's glaze. And then this one, I think I was also thinking of maybe putting like a luster on it. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. If I did, it would probably be like the rim. I think that would be really pretty. But I don't know. I'll have to like kind of decide which ones I want to do that on. But yeah, I do really like that one. This one is like kind of boring. This is abalone. I bought abalone because I thought it was gonna be like a light purple lilac kind of glaze, and it's very cream looking, like kind of like the froth of like, I don't know. I don't really know like coffee things. I don't know. I think kind of like a froth on like maybe an espresso. I'm pretty sure that's a froth. I don't know. I just drink regular coffee. I don't have like espressos or like lattes, or I don't really drink that kind of stuff. And that has like very light speckling. That does make it look really pretty. I don't know. I mean, it's really, this is kind of like another tester. And this is a Mako glaze, and luckily Mako actually, they have a featured video on this glaze, and I watched it, and it's actually really hard to get it to show up as purple. I can't remember, like, I don't know how they did it to get like their test tile for the glaze to look like that. But a lot of the testing in the video that they did, it was this color. And there are like very super duper like very light hints of purple in here, but they're very subtle. They just kind of look like a little bit of a darker of the cream or something. It's nice. It's like more of a matte or a satin glaze. Again, this one's just gonna have to like go into the same like category as that white one. Just kind of like an accent piece. And I don't know, hopefully people will enjoy the subtleties of it. It has like little speckles for some reason. I don't know why there's speckles showing up. This is just like this is not a speckled clay. So I don't know about that, but it is kind of pretty. It's just like I have to like kind of like accept that this is not really gonna be a purple glaze. And I'm still getting used to that. Okay, oh yeah, we have this cool one over here. So this is another similar one to this dude. This is tutu pink with white satin over it. Tutu pink is very much this strawberry kind of look. It can be a bit more intense on its own, but I think it's kind of been lightened a little bit with so much of it being covered with the white. We had a really cute kind of like strawberry milkshake look, like it kind of looked more like this portion with little dots of the pink poking out. We have a little bit of I forgot what was that called, like crazing, where it kind of like ran away from the pot. So that's a little unfortunate, but you can tell that it is fully glazed. Like there's like the tiniest layer of glaze there. So when you rub it, it's like, it is glossy. There's a little tiny spot there. The inside is really pretty. It's kind of hard to see. There's a lot going on inside. So I think what went a little bit differently with this one is that I put a tiny bit of light flux on the top. I've never, other than like this batch right here that we're doing, I have not used light flux before. That's by Mako, and they have light flux and dark flux, and I'm not like 100% on like what to expect from it, so I just kind of did some experiments. I think, like, I don't think it's really supposed to like have its own color, maybe. I think it just kind of like, or I don't know, or maybe it does, or I don't know. I kind of feel like for the most part it's pulling from like what is happening with the glaze. I'm not entirely sure, so we're just doing some experiments, but that's why the top part looks very different from the bottom, is because this is all affected by the light flux falling, and then it just kind of ends around here. It looks, I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's pretty like cohesive looking. Like, I don't know if you would really, I mean, like a potter probably would, but I don't know if like a normal person would be like, oh yeah, there's definitely something different happening here. Like, I don't know, it just kind of looks like a fluid piece. And I poured a bunch of the light flux on the inside. And yeah, so this one looks pretty interesting. It's like a very light strawberry kind of color. Very similar to like that like strawberry milkshake one. So I kind of like this one. It's not like one that I would keep for my personal collection, but it is really interesting. And a good little test. I think we should do a bunch more like mini vases and pinch pots to do some testing on for like different glaze combinations, because we're really not putting too much time and effort into making like a huge piece, and we can really just whip out tiny bases like very quickly. This is one, I think I made this like on my wheel. I just threw like a bunch of tiny ones at the same time. More of that to come. I mean, I do really just like how tiny and cute they are anyway. So, I don't know, I hope you guys like them too. Okay, so this one is White Cloud, and then it has pink ice on the inside. I still have no idea what this one is. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I thought I knew what all of them were. But these, I don't know. I'm so confused about this tiny one. It looks kind of like peach, but I don't know if I logged one for that. Anyway, this one's pretty cool because the pink ice does this dripping on its own, and it looks very similar to the White Cloud. So it actually just looks like I put White Cloud on the inside, but I didn't do that. I know I didn't. This was like totally on purpose because they look so similar together. I just thought it'd be really fun to like, actually I don't have very many pots that have like the inside is different from the outside, and I think this works really well together. I think like, I don't know, I'm not really sure. I think like as a concept it works together like in that way. I don't quite like how patchy the pink part is, because like I don't even know, like, it's very hard to see, like, on camera, the pink. It's really hard to see it. It is much more, like, the clay body is kind of a light cream color, and then we have, like, the white, and then, quite a bit of, like, pink that is in here that's not quite showing up on camera. So I kind of like this piece overall. I have no idea what these are. I really don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know if, like, something fell in my piece. Like, I don't know what happened, but it shouldn't look like that. This is the second piece that I have that has that. The other one is a little, like, that little water pinch pot that I use. Like, while we're working, I grab water from it. And that's why that one's not gonna be in the shop, because it has that, like, defect. Let me know what you guys think about the pots, and, like, I don't know, like, would you care that much? I mean, I feel like you probably would. I mean, I really like this one, and I like the shape of it, so I think I would probably just put in my personal collection. I don't know. I feel kind of weird about selling ones that have, like, defects. I know that is, I know some people are able to do it. Like, some people just, they don't care, and it's, like, it's totally fine for them, and they get a piece that is, like, still, like, pretty, and just has, like, I don't know, something small that's kind of, like, wrong with it. So I don't know, let me know your opinions. I have to, like, decide that later. Oh my gosh, this one has like one of those spots on the inside here. See this, like, dark spot over here? That's one of those. Oh my gosh, what the heck is happening? I don't know why that's happening. I don't know, like, what that is. Anyway, this one is not one of my favorites. This is a pink under glaze. So that's Mako Fundamentals with White Cloud over it. It is very, like, it's a really, like, intense, like, pink purple, and I don't really like it, but I'm not sure if that's just, like, personal preference. And then the White Cloud is kind of, like, breaking over kind of, like, the pinch pot textures that are happening. Or it's not a pinch pot, but this was thrown on the wheel, but it's kind of, like, just very subtle, like, throwing, or, like, when I was carving it, textures from that. So I don't know, it's kind of weird. I don't know if I like it. And then we actually have another pot. I was like, I don't know why, but I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we did that but with yellow? I don't know what the heck. I don't like this. When I was putting it on, I was like, this is probably gonna be ugly, and I was right. I don't know why I still did it. I was just like, I don't know, let's just try it. So these are basically the same, except this one also has a yellow underglaze on it as well. Let me know what you think, if you have any thoughts. These are just, like, not my favorite. And lastly, we have our paint palette here. I haven't looked at this one too closely, but it looks a lot like the one from the last batch. The glaze was applying very thickly, and so I think I did, like, 2 coats, I think. I just felt like 3 coats might be too much because it was going on very thick, and now it's like some areas on here don't even have glaze on it. So I don't know. I did do some research, and I found out that you can do stuff. Okay, I'm gonna just say it. I've never done this before, but I read that you can spray like hairspray on it. You can take sanding paper and sand the surface, or you can use like you can spray starch on it and then like apply glaze, and that those different techniques would be used individually to create kind of like a rougher texture for the glaze to cling to it. If I just tried to put glaze on this right now, it wouldn't stick. So I think I'm gonna try that and then refire it. I'm like, I don't know what the heck. I just feel like we're getting a lot of issues all of a sudden, but at the same time, we're doing a lot of different things. So, yeah, I was planning on like putting one of these paint palettes up for like kind of like some kind of contest thing where you could win them. Obviously, if they are not fully glazed and just have these kind of issues in it, I don't want to do that. I really, I really want to put my best foot forward with this. So we'll see. I actually left the third palette out. I don't know why, just because like I wasn't like that excited about them, because I know they're all gonna turn out like the same, glaze wise, so it's not that exciting. So I left the third one out for the third batch. So actually that one hasn't been fired and I can apply another coat to it. So we'll see. I don't know, I just feel like we're getting so many issues all of a sudden. Anyway, so yeah, so that is the second batch that we have. I think we're going to have to break up the rest of what I have to do into like 1.5 more firings. So that is either like I'm gonna fire the third batch and then just keep that last half for later to do once we have like more actually glazed and stuff, or we might just wait for a while until like the 1.5 is ready to be fired. And then just bringing all of it at the same time. So I don't know. I am really really excited to like see how those like we had that cup that has like the we had two little things that had glaze going vertically and horizontally, like striped across them, and I'm so excited to see how they're gonna turn out. But I left them for the third firing, so I'm like so excited to see how they're gonna turn out. But I don't know, we're gonna have to wait some amount of time until then. Again, we have I have a bunch of plates I want under glaze, but then we have that clear glaze issue, so I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Okay. Anyway, I really have to go. We're over time. So let me know like what you guys think about the stuff that we showed. If you do ceramics and you know some of the reasons why things are turning out the way they are, please let me know. That's just like super helpful. If it's really bothering me, I'm gonna go and ask Reddit what they think. The ceramic community there is so sweet. They're so nice. r/ceramics. That's where I go to for my questions. So I'm gonna be asking them for like major things. I mean, there's a lot of weird things happening here. I don't know if I'm gonna ask them everything, but yeah, or just let me know like your thoughts on like maybe like what your favorite piece was, like could be shape wise or the glaze ones. Like I don't know, maybe you really liked one that I didn't like quite as much, or I don't know, whatever. Let me know what you're thinking. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts while I'm doing this, especially some of the ones that I don't like quite like as much. I'm really curious like what other people think of them. I don't know. Anyway, if you're watching on Twitch, thank you so much for joining in and being here. Be sure to follow along so you know when I come on live again. We're going to be doing something tomorrow. I have a lot of side projects happening here that we need to finish. We definitely need to finish the slab built mug. So I think we'll be doing that. But yeah, we come on, we're gonna do ceramic hour tomorrow. We do it weekdays 1 to 2 p.m. Pacific time. And then all of the videos will be uploaded to my YouTube, into my ceramic hour playlist where you can see a bunch of the other videos that we have. This one is like later 40s, so there's like at least 40 other videos for you to watch if you want to check them out. There's a lot of other stuff on my YouTube, also at Callie & Co. There's ceramic stuff, small business related, or just kind of like general art topics. Yeah. And be sure to like subscribe and like the video and all that, whatever. But thank you so much for being here and just watching and tuning in. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Bye.